streaming here today, so this is about my 5th attempt. That's not too bad now. So I just looked into No Man's Sky again. I haven't played for a few weeks. Have a check about what's going on. Obviously nothing is happening here unless you're in game. So I've been doing nothing. Might take a minute or two to figure out the controls. As you can see, I'm on my freighter. These are my control rooms. I have six available control rooms. I have these guys here to keep me company. They don't do much unless there's something on the list. I do have some nip buds growing here. I haven't actually found a use for those yet. What are these? Solar vine. So you can grow lots of things yourself. To save you having to go to planets to look for them. Oh, here we are. Wee sticky bit. So I have also I have a large storage bay here, as you will be able to see all the way along, and plenty of stuff inside them. They're all pretty much full at the minute with somewhat useless items, and I have several floors on my freighter, way more than I need. We can keep going up. There's 14 floors, 13 floors, but that's only for guests. It's like a hotel, although you can never get anything like that. But it's such a beautiful game, really is. But unfortunately, it's about a million people short of being anything other than very lonely. There's a few people play, but not very many. It's very few and far between. But oh, I've got, what the, how is that even possible? Okay, so I've got a light leak there somewhere. I have a nice wee fleet. I've got a fleet of, I've got a couple of big ships there, and then I have my, why did I buy that? Not entirely sure why I have this. Let's see what's so special about this. Well, it has quite a lot of technology, yeah. What do I need for that? I need platinum. Right, so it's got damage potential is quite high. It's got small hyperdrive range, which is probably, can't remember exactly how I upgraded that in my oh, that's the wrong one. So E. How did that happen? I don't remember that. I actually really can't remember the controls just at the minute. But I'm not particularly fond of this ship. I actually don't know why I bought it. Oh yeah, shift. Right. Can't remember how to get out. I think it's maybe... How do you get out of these? F? Maybe F. I forget how to get out of the ships now. I thought it was E. Oh yeah, it is. How did I manage to take off before? Hopefully that's my Kagano's figure. This is my best ship. We have the damage potential isn't as high as that previous one, but I do have a much better hyperdrive range. I've got 599 light years range, but at the minute, oh yeah, you push forwards to take off. That's right. So this is a much better ship, and as you'll see in a minute or two, I have an extensive fleet here. That's my fleet and my mothership there in position. This planet is let me think now. Oh yeah, there it is over there. I was looking for the anomaly. So this is like the social hub, if you like, where you can meet other people. But the unfortunate thing about it is when you enter, you're in the community, but when you exit, you're back to your own place. Sorry about that, the dog went AFK on me. So anyway, yeah, as you can see, there's quite a few people about here. Now, this seems to be about the height of the... can't really do anything. No, well, I can, but there's nothing there that I want to do. So, there's other humans. Look, that's a human. They're very hard to find. They're hard to come across. Oh, which Kagano's mine? This one? Yeah. The Kagano's Future is a great wee ship. I love it. I like the shape of it. But it's manoeuvrable. It's got quite a tasty cockpit. Oh, in and out just like that. The only bad thing about this is there's no there's kind of no strategic view on it. You got like tail end and that's it. But several languages going on in this place. Spanish, German, Portuguese, Russian. Lots of different things happening. There are people about, but you know, really, it's hard to find anything to do except for build your base. So, you know, for the 150 or 170 hours that I've been playing this game now, throughout the time that I've had it, I've really just managed to build a bunch of bases. That's really all I've really managed to do. I haven't been able to really interact too much with anyone. You know, I don't know that there's really much you can do except collect money. So all I'm going to do is just show how. I think all these orange ones are mine, yeah. So I'm going to go around a couple of my bases and show how to get money very quickly in this game. Oh, I can only jump to stations, is that right? It must be loading them in still. Oh, hold on, maybe the orange ones, the blue ones are mine, right? So here we are, activate indium, activate indium. Now that's probably, it's the most valuable commodity that I can find is activated indium. I do have pyrite and sulfate mines. I've got my Lumen colony. I'll go there first actually. Lumen, just go to the original Lumen. And because that was kind of my first big base, or my first big set of plans, if you like. So if I go there to begin with, just to show the extent of the work that I've been doing there, because it is a lot of time spent in this base, where most of my learning of how to cross base, to cross connect bases was done. So I do have this little base here. It's a very lonely, desolate planet, but what I liked about it was it's very habitable. You never seem to need to, your exosuit never degrades, you never run out of oxygen, you never have any dangerous animals except those things there if you really want. You can see, is it G changes that? Yeah. So there's a bit of dehydrogen, you always need that. You can never have enough dehydrogen. So anyway, here we go. I do have a teleport system here. We'll go to number 1. That takes me to the top of the hill where I have a small landing pad and a complete set of storage bunkers or storage boxes, and this base is running off electromagnetic power, so it's an unlimited source of energy 24/7. But as you can see, I have extensively built this. Well, maybe I might make some more. I kind of wanted to make it look like a large, facility, if you like. I do have a few base computers dotted around the place. I have over here. Actually, where's my ship at? I'll just bring my ship in here. Remember, if you're calling your starship, it costs one navigation data. So you need one navigation data every time you want to call a ship, be it via a landing pad or just via the remote signal. So you see down here, I have a couple of dozen. One thing I really don't like with this game is you can't hover. They're very technical ships. They can maneuver light speeds and everything, but you can't hover. So that kind of spoils the game a little bit. You can't actually just hover and look at something. But I suppose it would be too easy to kill the big two-legged drones. But that is a silo of a few dozen silos of rusted metal, because I had a rusted metal mine here. It was actually one of my first major operations. This is still the same base, obviously, but I do have a teleport system throughout the whole place. We have this one. It's taking me down to there, over there. But as you see there's quite a lot of silos. They will be full to the brim with rusted metal. So obviously you might say rusted metal, what's the point in that? Well, the point in it is, if you also see, I have plenty of medium refiners here as well. And what I do here is I collect the rusted metal. These are kind of irrelevant. They do store stuff, but they're just another pickup point. And that's my mine, so that's where everything's coming from, up there. This solar power, I needed the solar power in this area because I couldn't get things to work. Well, I could get them to work, but it caused me a lot of grief transmitting that signal onto this base, because the perimeter of that base ends about the edge of that cliff. So to power stuff up here using that was a big learning curve for me on how to power bases from a different power source than the one that's actually on the base. So rather than rewiring everything again and rebuilding all these things, I ended up just putting some solar panels up here to experimentally at the start. And the wiring is so complex in this area, between some of the things here are being powered by the solar and some are being powered by that site over there, that base computer. So rather than rebuilding and rewiring everything, I just thought, I'll just let it all go there. But what I'm going to do is I'll teleport down there and pick up the rusted metal, because there's a reason for the rusted metal, and that is because rusted metal converts into what you call it. I forget the name of it now. The building material. Rusted metal. You see where it is. There it is there. So we can put a bunch of rusted metal in there. Ferrite dust, that's the one. Just begin that. And we'll do the same here. So that means the ferrite dust is something that something you need a lot of when you're building, especially, you know, if you're building platforms, floor and stuff like that. Ferrite is the most commonly used material. So you can't have a ferrite mine. So I had the next best thing, a rusted metal mine with a bunch of these. So at any point in time when I come here, I'd either have a full no, I have nothing in these. I must clean these out the last time I was here. But that's 10,000 rusted metal going in there at a time. So this mine is collecting me about 80,000 rusted metal in 24 hours. But that's all it can hold. I could certainly link up the rest of this platform to make more rusted metal. But you know, that's quite a lot, and I have never run out yet, so I think that, yeah, I do. I've got a few more here. Now, what I also do is sometimes if I come here, I might have, like, see that those should be full, but it's been a number of weeks now since I played, so what's happening there is they clean themselves. So I'll just put all of this in here. Right, so I'm pretty sure that's empty as well. Yeah. And I do have a few more over here. I'll just jump in this teleport. The second one takes me, this is number 3, takes me over here, which is just the other side of the silo bay, where I have another 3 medium refiners. All empty, of course, because I haven't been playing, I haven't been logged in. But I do have my warp gate over there. This, I find this strange, is quite often when I come here, there are ships hovering over my landing bays, and in fact, every single time I've been here for the last few times, that has been the case. But I'm pretty sure they're not human. I'm pretty sure they're AI. But anyway, I'm just going to go back across here, and then in this teleport over to there. So that's me back to my beginnings. So you see the teleport system comes from, I'm linking that to that, and then number 2 here is going to the edge there. Number 3 is beside it, which jumps across to there. Got number 4, which jumps up to there. Number 5 jumps just to the one corner of that landing pad, and number 6 jumps from the other corner to the bottom. So I can jump up that way, or I can jump across and up, just depending on what I want to do. It's quite a cool wee base. Don't know why these guys are doing this all the time. And I do have some pretty cool exosuit upgrades. Got quite a lot now. You know, that's quite an altitude right there. I might even be able to jump onto the top of this guy. No, I'm not going to have enough jetpacks to complete it. But if I had went below him, yeah, I could have. Anyway, and what I do tend to do is put sales terminals as regularly as I can. There's a good way of making money in the early days is like buy stuff here, like if it's there's minus 38%, and they're 9,000 each, and there's 48 of them. So if I was to buy those at 463,000, I could buy those at that low cost and then teleport to any space station that was paying above that, and I could maybe find a space station that's buying them at plus 10%, whereas I might end up with that would almost double that. That would be up around about 900,000. So you can make money like that. I'm not going to bother in this case. I do have enough stuff to be thinking about, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a quick tour around my bases and collect whatever I have. So a sodium mine, don't need sodium. It's activated emerald deposits there, but I have to mine those. Lumen Colony, that's where I am. I do have a silver base across the hill, that's right. I'll not worry about that. I'm going to go to the activated indium and get activated indium. Yeah, because activated indium's worth a lot more than indium. And if you can mine activated indium directly, then do so, because you will soon see exactly what that can achieve as far as money goes. If you have an activated indium mine, you'll never ever have any problem to have money. I didn't even look at my money there, but I'm pretty sure it'll be several hundred million, and that's only with, you know, maybe 20 hours worth of playing. So here we are, this is number 1, and unfortunately it's solar powered, and it's quite a brutal planet actually. It's a solar powered planet, and I haven't got so many, I don't have too many silos here, but I do have a few. Maybe got about 40 there. But if we have a look inside these, we'll find that there's 73,000 activated indium, 159 storage capacity there. So we'll take that, and of course I don't have any power because the sun's down. I would have thought my batteries were enough. Oh yeah, I'm a liar. There's no power there because I have a little trip switch here, so that this is not burning energy all the time. It only turns on when I come close with this little activation here. I have several videos on another channel about how to do all that. Oxygen and silver. Oxygen and silver mine turned out to be handy as well, because oxygen, you need carbon to make oxygen or else collect it. It's something you might need depending on where you're going, but there are millions, literally millions of planets that you can visit, and they're not all different, but there's about, well, again, they're made up of elements, so you might have 2 planets that look similar as far as terrain and stuff like that goes, but they might have different creatures, or you might have one that's got the same creatures as another, but they're completely different terrains. But there seems to be a number of each aspect, and then those are just when at the birth of this universe, they would have been just randomly generated. Now this is a slightly less impressive indium mine, but again, I just got into a habit of, when I was building these, oh, sorry, this is a different mine than I thought. I thought that was the other one. But yeah, this is pretty cool, man. It took me quite a while to build this one, and it is in an extreme environment. I have a base computer on the other side of that mountain, and I just used these two teleports, one going from this cabin to the top of the hill, and then one from the top of the hill to the base computer on the other side, which is where my power is. So I've got electromagnetic energy on the other side of that hill, and that's where I'm getting my power for all of this. So you don't have to build exactly on top of your power source. You can transmit power using batteries. There's one over there, beside there, it's there, that's the top of it right there. That's what those 4 light cubes are indicating. Let me just see if I get a different weapon here, I might be able to get zoomed in. No, I don't seem to. Yeah, some things I don't like about this game. But that's a battery pack, and that battery is linked to a battery on top of the hill, which is linked to a battery halfway down the hill, which is then linked to the power source. So you do have the ability to transmit power using batteries. But anyway, enough about that. There is other information on that. But in here, I've obviously got safe zone. When I go in here, I'm at room temperature again. These are hollow doors. They will keep you safe. I have a few areas here that I can do something with at some stage, but I don't really have so much time to do that kind of a thing. Again, here we go now. This is a huge activated indium mine. It's completely full, with the red lines are indicating that, I think. 136,000 activated indium. Now, the problem with that is when you go to sell that, let me see if I look at my cargo slots here. 136,000, so that would mean I need 14 spaces. So what we've got here, 2, 4, 6, 8. I need another 6 spaces. So what I'll do is transmit that. What that's what we use here, X to high capacity, right? And then if I go into my cargo, I want to shift these into my exosuit. Uranium is very handy because uranium will give you power, direct power to your. I'll take that jelly in there as well. It'll give you direct power for your spaceship without having to craft fuel cells. You won't need fuel cells if you have uranium. Let me see what else I can shift across. That might be 14, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Just about. I'll take some of that. I do actually have a lot of carbon for some reason. I don't know how. Not too sure how I've got that, but I'll shift some of that in here. Okay, that looks safe enough. I have enough now to collect all my activated indium, and the reason I want all the activated indium in the same slot, I want them in the same either in my starship inventory or my cargo or my general in my exosuit. I want them together simply because when I do collect it, when I go to a space station to sell it, if I don't sell all in one go, the price drops. So you have to sell everything. High capacity 136, right? So that's fine. Now you might ask how I got 136,000 out of that. Well, simply because of that. So that's actually just one small area. These are connected through the wall to this row here. The camera really bugs me in this game because there's no, you just get the one, you can't, there's no way of doing anything with the camera. But anyway, so I have a pickup point in there, which is just there to keep this weather out. And then I have, as you can see, quite a lot of storage here. And this is just built into the mountain. There's not an awful lot, there's probably about 136, that's I can't remember actually now how many's there, but there's at least 60 or 70 tanks here at least. Goes all the way up there. Now, this is just the access to the mines that I can go down without being outdoors for too long. There's some crazy wee creatures here. Let me see if I ever scanned them, boys. No, I've never scanned those. I'm actually starting to think that the you do get money for scanning there, 72,000 for scanning that. But this is where the indium is being mined, and I've got about 25 miners going there, roughly. And this is just outside, underneath all that. So that's where the weather really bugs me in this planet, you know, because look at the screen. It's quite horrendous in that sense. The sun's shining, but the wind's blowing. And I think that's actually why I've kind of gone off playing this game too much, is simply because the camera just drives me crazy. I hate it. I really don't like it. It's not, you know, if it was a PvP based game, I know you probably can do that, but somehow I was taking damage there. If it was PvP based, it's just I'm basically just upstairs. That is where I came from. I came from in there. So that's where all my storage tanks are. Again, I can't see anything because of the weather. So that was an extreme build. That was a very extreme build. You know, it's minus 200 or minus 128 degrees centigrade here. But that's the extent of those storage tanks. There's quite a lot there as well. I might actually be my biggest mine. But that's everything collected here. What I want to do now is, that's all my activated indium actually. But I do have, I have mines for everything. I have paraffinium mines, silver mines. I've actually got quite a few extensive silver mines, and the reason I have them, plus I've got copper, I've got quite a few large copper mines. I have cadmium mines, gold mines, emerald mines. I won't pick up that emerald actually. Emerald's valuable too. Activated emerald, obviously I haven't built an activated emerald mine yet. But with the amount of activated indium that I'm carrying on myself at the minute, which would be probably about 200,000 I think, certain stations, I think GEC stations might be the best for selling that, but it does vary from system to system, the price, which is, you know, the trading aspect of it is interesting. But the thing about it is, it's just such a vast game. Chances of ever meeting another human anywhere except for the anomaly, or tracking them down using the Bramble Village. and actually going following somebody and building a base in their system, you're going to be on your own most of the time. I have no power running here at the minute. Obviously a solar powered base, but my Indian mine's over there, so I have enough storage in the batteries. The batteries are storing whatever they picked up during the day. I just come here, these are my, I don't have too many miners, a few, maybe a dozen, 10 or 12 there, and not so much storage either, but enough, 39,000 storage. So we'll take that, I'll put that in the exosuit, general slot. What I don't like with this moon, the moon's handy, but I can't remember how to get my, oh there we are. These guys really don't like you, no matter what you do. You know, if you shoot them guys, if you mine anything in here, they just come looking for you. You know, they're really annoying. But you can kill them easy enough. But the problem is when you kill them, as you'll see, I'm just doing this to demonstrate what happens now. Reinforcements arriving in 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 second. Here they come. Reinforcements will be here to avenge their little friend. There they are, you can tell them because of the question marks. So they're looking for me at the minute. Now that's the second wave. Now what you'll find with them is not only do they have their life, but they have an armor. But you have to break the armor first, and that just increases. Then there's another level after them, and another level after them. But I'm not going to go into that here. I'm just going to. Oh, I'm getting special power. There we are. So now my suits are full, so I'm literally just going to ignore all those other mines and choose a nice station that might be buying indium or activated indium. So my base platform is McDonald, but I think Odetta is one of the better markets, because each station will be paying a different price for materials, for commodities than other stations. So when you log into your station, just head over here and tab to get rid of that. It just lasts a bit too long, I think. Now if I go to no, these guys aren't paying any, they're not paying a good price, I don't think. Let's have a look down and see where my activated indium is. Emerald is minus 9%, but even that 39,000 is worth 12 million. Look, here we are up here, look, I've got 878 million, and that's just from a couple of days gathering that up. Activated indium is minus 5.1. Actually, minus 5.1 is not bad for that. 197 million. For the sake of that, I'm just going to sell that. So there we are, I'm over $1 billion now. I have I'm a billionaire. And I'll just get rid of I'm just going to sell the emerald as well, because I do have some of that on the freighter. You know, there's 1,088 million, and that's literally, you could log in here every day, and within 2 weeks you would have several billion credits. Now I can't find a use for them. I really just can't find a use for credits. I'd like to be able to jump down that hole, but I can't. So I just don't know what to do with credits, and I couldn't understand at the very start of the game when I first went to the anomaly. Obviously someone who plays this all the time had recognised that I was a new face, and they kindly dropped 20,000 activated indium into my suit. And actually when I went to sell it, that's when I realised the value of it, and everything I'd been doing up to that point was kind of pointless as far as making money goes. So what am I on? I'm on a data, so I don't want to be on a data. I want to go back to the McDonald's. Do I have anything? I think I've got activated indium somewhere else there, no? No. Well, that's okay. What happened was, I realised then that obviously that was very kind of someone to drop that in, but actually now that I see how easy it is to get money once you figure the game out, as opposed to how difficult it is to get money when you don't know what you're doing. I have spent a few evenings on the, what you call that thing, the anomaly, and just with a backpack full of activated indium, and just dishing out 10,000s to anybody that was going past. And some people were glad of it, some people didn't want it. You know, they obviously had enough money, they didn't want those things, they were doing other projects. The only thing I'm kind of, it's activated emerald. I was going to say, I thought that was. I don't think of any other. I do have indium, but you know, it's only if I need these things. I have a mine. I can have any amount that I want. There's nothing that I don't have. As far as mines go, I see some. If I've another interesting base here. Pyrite and sulfuride mines. That was quite difficult because that's got quite vicious creatures on it. Well, I'll go and pick up my cadmium, and I do have activated copper and stuff like that, but I don't think I've got an activated cadmium mine yet. I don't like this planet. I don't like this style of planet here. It might be some people's cup of tea, but it's a bit too brown for my liking. I like a bit of colour. So there's lots and lots of beautiful things about this game. There really are. It's a lovely game, but it's very lonesome, but very interesting. I don't have much here, 10,000 cadmium, so we'll take that. Cadmium, you all need cadmium for certain types of crafting, to make certain types of things, you know. I do have my initial base is down there. That's where my power source is. Yep, I have electromagnetic power down there, so I do have extensive videos on how to locate the power and stuff, how to connect bases, how to connect one base from the power source on another base. That takes a bit of figuring out, but I do go through that in great detail. What was that? Cadmium. I'll go and pick up some silver, because silver, you need silver if you want to enhance your freighter in any way. On the planet, you need ferrite dust for building. You need ferrite, pure ferrite, and the other ferrite. Ferrite dust being the main thing you need. These little things here, they're pretty useless. But this is silver, this one here. The silver is what you need to build within the freighter. Ferrite dust is only on the planets. On the freighter you need the silver. So actually I'll just shift that to the freighter. We've only got 19,000 there. Okay. Just put it in my high slot. So that makes 70,000 in 19 hours. These little things here, they're quite useless at getting about. They're slow and they're not the worst, they're just slow. But the good thing about these is you can kind of climb directly up walls with them, so you can go over anything. But this, I do have extensive bases on this planet here. I've got 4, 5s. I've got 5 or 6 bases in this system. I think 4 of them are on this planet. But it's really silver over there, and those are copper mines over there. There's copper. I'm not good at copper. It's a good mine in the sense that it's got, it doesn't have much in the way of bad weather. It does have hot rain, but they're short storms, and your exosuit can quite easily survive that. But I can see I'm almost out of fuel here, so I just want to abandon that. Yeah, 14 degrees, so it's quite a safe planet. Radiation is low and toxicity is low, so there's never really a problem here. Don't like those things. But actually the mining laser is better than anything for killing those. Look at that. That's the difference. The bowcaster's okay, but it's a bit of a toy. Okay. So anyway, I want to go back. That's my power source down there, and that's linked via a battery on top of the hill over there. Because you can't just see it's in those trees. I almost did a lot of land site the last time I was here, but so that's that little base. There's not much inside these buildings. It's just there in case I need to recover. You recover the minute you come in inside a building. You're automatically 19 degrees C into recovery mode. I can also sell here. I won't be getting a good price. I don't think I'll get a good price for anything in here. Magnetized ferrite, that was the other type. And you need chromatic metal. No point selling chromatic metal. Don't sell it. You'll need it for building. Unless of course you need the money. Gold, you're going to need a lot of gold for solar panels, so I don't bother selling that either. Uranium, definitely don't sell that. Pure ferrite, I generally tend to buy things like metal plates. It means I don't have to craft them, so I'm going to take those 71 metal plates. I don't bother with Starship launch fuel because I just use uranium. Chlorine is actually quite valuable, believe it or not. so there's nothing really else there that I need or want. Cadmium, 17,000 cadmium. That's enough to pick up another 3 million, but not worried about that. Frigate fuel, yeah, I could do a lot of that right enough. You can't buy that, you purchased. Storm crystals at the start as well. If you know, if you're trying to find a few 100,000, storm crystals are definitely a good way of collecting money. Cryo pump, I've got 3 of those, and I don't know. Might be able to use those on the frigate or something like that. Oh, that is sorry, the freighter. I keep calling it a frigate. It's a freighter. That's the word. So we've got quite a lot of stuff on the freighter. Bit of cadmium on there as well. Yeah. Nothing terribly exciting, but it is a nice tycoon type game where you start with very little and basically build up your little mines. If you like building mines, it's a great game. It's a great mine building game. So anyway, I'm just going to go back here, go back to my home station, which at the minute is McDonald platform. There we are there. That's where I'm hanging out, that's where my freighter is, and my my system of choice at the minute. But as far as I can remember, it's uncharted, so you can quite easily, if you fly outside there, you're probably going to meet bandits. But anyway, that's just a day of collecting. It's taken me up to over 1 billion now, and it'd be absolutely no problem to get to 100 billion. Really, it's so easy. It's so easy now. Once you have an understanding of the system of building, and you have a good supply of ferrite dust, a good supply of uranium, ferrite dust you need for metal plates. I do have a starseed, but I really just don't know what to do with that. I have no idea. The smallest of sparks housed within a containment field of unknown origins. The seed goes into life desperate to escape and fulfill its potential. So what I was thinking when I crafted that initially was that I could do with some we'll just use an ion battery in there. What I was thinking was, you can charge that with dioxide, which is good. Dioxide's easily crafted from oxygen or mined. But what was I going to say there? I've got lots of dioxide actually, for some reason, I don't know. But I did notice that when you group your relative technologies together, they become highlighted with a coloured border. So you can see all my cannons have got a light blue, cyan kind of a colour there, and all my plasma pulse engine upgrades have an orange one. Likewise here, all my hyperdrive are blue, and you can overload that. You can overload that very seriously, so just be careful about that. But that's one of the most important things I think you can get yourself, is a teleport receiver. What sort of ship's that? That's a different looking thing. Let's see what this guy has. Yeah, no, it's got wings. Don't like it. If it's got wings, I don't like it because it's just too easy to get stuck on trees, which is exactly why I like the Kagano's Future. Is because it's very, very, very manoeuvrable. It's class B, but it wouldn't. It's nowhere near the quality of the one I'm flying at the minute. As you can see, the only thing I'd be gaining is 2 shield strength. Would be like a 1% increase in shield strength, so I would be losing 12 slots of storage as well. See here, fighter 25 slots, fighter 37 slots. This is one I have, and that's one he's selling, or he has to sell. But technology, you can also see I've got quite a lot of technology slots, whereas this has only got 4, so that would be a crazy upgrade. In fact, it would be a downgrade to go for that ship, even if you like the look of it. It's a downgrade. So anyway, I'm going to get myself out of here, and that will do for this. Of course, you can talk to every single alien if you like, if you don't already know that, but I'm not going to bother. I have enough to do on other games, but I don't know, I've kind of run out of steam with this game now, because it's just too easy now to make. It's too easy to have money and survive. There's no real... The challenge is finished with me in this game. It was brilliant in the beginning. I loved every minute of it, but I've got bored with it now because it's just become so easy. But I highly recommend, if you haven't tried it and you like tycoon type, adventure type, or anything that's a bit different. These guys won't talk to me now because I said something, I insulted one of them, so I can't even talk to them. But that's okay. They're very sad. They're travellers, but you know, it's easy to fall out and get in trouble in this game with the AI, but really there's just not enough people playing it. There's not enough... what's the word? There's not enough there's not enough to do. Once you build mines, yep, it was great having the knowledge of how to build an effective mine, and I did spend a bit of time building several mines throughout the system. As you can see, I have maybe 10 pages of visited stations and things like that. But even if you go to stations, OIE, right? So if we go to stations, like there we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 pages of 5 stations. So that's 70 stations. Now, the thing about the stations are, every time you visit a station, every single time you visit a station, go over here to this side, because you have a purchasable upgrade for your exosuit to collect at every station. Now, when you go here, you'll see this little icon here, this little red thing. That'll be green, an up and down arrow, and every new station you visit will have an upgrade that you can buy there, which is exactly why I have almost full slots in my exosuit here. I need another 4 for that, and I have a full cargo partition in my, and they hold, in some cases they hold twice as much. So like some plates, microchips, a cargo slot holds twice of what a general slot holds. You can see there are 10 plates in each one there in the general, 20 plates in the cargo. Likewise, microprocessors, 20 of those. Same with wiring looms, salvage data, and a few other things. But that's enough. That's enough for now. The only good thing about the money is, you know, you can, if you can find a good freighter, the money will certainly help you to buy that, because a freighter might be like, could be 500 million for a decent freighter, and then to build your fleet of little ships up around it, you also need money. But the money's easy, it's dead easy to get money, not a problem. And I say, I've explained how, I didn't show how to build a mine, but if you can figure out how to build a mine, then basically all you need is storage, and just balance everything out and come and collect it every day, and you'll sell it then, take it over there and sell it at one of those terminals that those guys are flocked around. And I'm past the stage of looking for ships, because I like what I have. I like the Kagano Future, and I've got 3 of those. That's that. So all in all, a brilliant game. Strongly recommend it. If you're into something other than team deathmatch.